Hi Virgo, this is astrologykiki and we're going to go over your February forecast. For such a short month, there's really quite a bit going on. There's two eclipses, a solar and a lunar eclipse, um, and in a lot of aspects throughout the month, really just kind of a lot going on for a short month. On the 2nd, Mercury, which is the planet of communication, is going to be in your 5th house, and it's going to be in challenging aspect to Jupiter in your 2nd house. So on this day, 2nd house is the house of earned income and budgeting. It's a financial house. So you could see a lot of communication around greater expense with regards to maybe a child or a romantic partner. But it's a really quick transit, just on the 2nd. So it's nothing that can't be overcome. On the 9th through the 3rd week of February, you have a lot of positive things going on between your 6th and your 8th houses. And this is going to involve several different planets: Mercury, Venus, Uranus, the Sun, and Saturn. So, and it's all very actually positive, but there's going to be a lot of focus between the 6th, which is your house of a couple things. Your house of health, so maybe a health issue or doctors, something that you're seeing the doctors about, or it could be like a health regimen or, like daily activities, stuff that you're doing to maintain your health. It could also be your work environment, your co-workers, your surroundings when you're at work or in that kind of community. And then your 8th house is your house of shared resources. So resources that are coming from, maybe you're getting money from your family or you're giving money to your family, or something with regards to an institution where it's a shared resource. A bank is providing you with a loan or a mortgage or insurance payouts or commission with your company. So there will be focus on both of those houses at that time. Again, it's just most of the aspects involved are sextiles, which is positive, but it also tends to signify opportunities that you actually need to go out and get. They're not just going to fall in your lap. If you see an opportunity with regards to your 6th or 8th houses that we just talked about, you need to take the initiative, and it should be a positive outcome. There is a lunar eclipse on the 10th in your 12th house, and that is positively aspecting two financial houses actually for you: Uranus in your 8th and Jupiter in your 2nd. So, Jupiter, first of all, Jupiter in your 2nd, which has been there for a while, that should be an expansion of this area. Unless you have something quirky going on in your own personal birth chart, Jupiter in your 2nd, for most of the years, probably really helped your finances to expand. It's a planet of luck. It's not always as benefic as everyone says it is. It's a little bit more neutral than that, but it is the planet of expansion, and it'll expand whatever it touches, whether it's positive or negative. So in your 2nd house, you should see, it should feel positive in the sense that it's expanding your earned income. There's a trine with Uranus in your 8th. So lunar eclipses signify the endings of something, and it's not, again, that's not really a biased ending. It's not positive nor negative. It's just you're closing one chapter and moving into a new one, whether it is positive or negative. So you could see something kind of transforming with regards to finances. Maybe your finances are now going to come more from the shared resources. So whereas it was personally you going out and earning your own income, maybe you'll see more of an influx from a bank, someone lending you money, a family member, or the opposite. You could be relieving yourself of those things, and earning your own income. So there's going to be lunar eclipses. Like I said, it's the end of one stage, the beginning of another, and it's positively aspecting those two financial houses, which is your own personal earned income as well as your shared resources sort of income. So you could be moving into a different stage if you've been following one path. You could be going into the other. So if your family's giving you money at the bank, maybe you're paying off a loan, and now everything you earn is going to be what you go out and earned, if that makes sense. On the 21st through the 22nd, Mars will be in challenging aspect to Pluto. And by challenging aspect, that's a square, which means that you will need to take action to overcome an obstacle. And that will be between your 8th and your 5th houses. And your 8th house is, again, your house of shared resources. And your 5th house is your house of children and romantic partners, like a dating kind of scenario, sports, creativity. So when you have a square between those two, again, with the financials, with the financial aspect of the 8th house, you may see some kind of increased payment or payout for a child or possibly a romantic partner. Now, this is also a very short-term aspect, but I wouldn't be surprised if on the 21st or the 22nd you had some probably unexpected something come up where you had to spend a bit more money on that day. Just be careful. Mars can be a little bit of an aggressive planet. It's a very productive and action-oriented planet, but it's also the planet of war and aggression. So just try to keep cool on that day, on those days, and hopefully everything will be fine. On the 26th, there's a solar eclipse in your 7th house. Your 7th house is a house of partnerships, both like a long-term romantic partner as in a spouse, not just someone you're sort of dating, or a business partner. Solar eclipses signify the beginning of something. So here maybe you are getting engaged or married. This is a time, the solar eclipse is more of a longer lasting influence. And these eclipses will vary on how they affect people depending on their birth chart and how the degrees in their chart are affected by this. But if you are affected by the solar eclipse, we could see a lot of Virgos actually, getting engaged or married at this time, or bringing their relationship to a new level, maybe becoming more serious. Or same thing with a business partnership. Maybe you're starting a business. Maybe you're starting and by that I don't mean necessarily you going out and creating your own business entity, but I also find that this is very pertinent to relationships that I see people build with their own companies. So just something in business where you are building upon your relationship with, it could be your boss or your manager or someone that you have a team with in your company. So you should see some new beginnings with regards to that as well if you're affected by the solar eclipse. And that's it for February, and we'll see you in March. Thanks.